Okay, so hi, Assalamualaikum. So my name is Nur Anisliana binti Kamarudin, matrix number 1170867, and today I will be talking about biopharmaceuticals. So let's go. Okay, so what is biotechnology? So biotechnology is a technology that using biological structures found in organisms or using living organisms to develop or create new products. It is used for scientific advancement, and nowadays the biotechnology have been used in a wide field including pharmaceutical sectors. So it is one of the important sectors which contribute to the global community's development of life-saving medications. And in order to produce the better drugs, biotechnology have been implemented in this pharmaceutical industry. So in order to produce better drugs, biotechnology somehow is progressing in the pharmaceutical industries by its sophisticated methods and contributes to the growth of the pharmaceutical industries. They will also create new products, new drugs, techniques, services, and also to improve the existing ones in a faster and reliable manner. Okay, so next, medicines that develop using biotechnology are biopharmaceuticals. So they are proteins for therapeutic purposes and also are generated by means other than the direct extraction from an existing non-engineered biological source, including antibodies, nucleic acids, DNA, RNA, and others. So the recombinant human insulin, which we call it as insulin, we call it as humulin, developed by the Genentech and also Eli Lilly, was the first substance approved for medicinal use in that area. Okay, so the most of biopharmaceutical products are life-based pharmaceuticals, and tiny molecular drug products are normally not considered in industry to be biopharmaceuticals. Okay, so next, biopharmaceuticals are therapeutically active agents for the treatment of a range of diseases and symptoms and or underlying the death. So since the beginning of 1980s, the biopharmaceuticals have been a growing part in pharmaceutical landscape, and until today they are one of the fastest growing fields of the drug industry. So the growing which takes from 12% increased to 15% on average over the past 2 years. So some leading biopharmaceuticals companies are including Gilead Sciences, Roche, Amgen, Novo Nordisk, Merck, Serono, and also Sanofi. Okay, so what do this company do? So these companies will do scientific research in order to produce biopharmaceutical drugs manufactured from living cells or organisms such as bacteria, yeast, and also mammalian cells instead of manufactured drugs through a series of chemical synthesis. And in the occurrence of production of biopharmaceuticals, the company generally applies for a patents that is an exclusive production right grant. Okay, so this is the primary means by which the developer of the drug can recover the investment cost for the development of the biopharmaceuticals. And one of the top biopharmaceutical companies is Gilead Sciences in United States. So their company make researchers develop and commercialize drugs. So the key focus of this company is on the production and development of antiviral drugs of HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and also influenza.
Tucked away in a northeast industrial zone of the city is Gilead Alberta, a subsidiary of Gilead Science, a biopharmaceutical company that discovers, develops, and commercializes innovative medical therapies for some of today's most challenging diseases.
The important work we're doing is, treating things like HIV. There isn't a cure for HIV, but we are making people's lives livable. Hepatitis C, we're working on actually curing the disease. Similarly with cancer treatments, we're just started to move into that. We're looking for new and better ways of actually helping the patients live longer.
And besides, other than Gilead Sciences, another biopharmaceutical company which is grown lately is Sanofi. This Sanofi is headquartered in Paris, France, and we also have their company based in Malaysia. So Sanofi is multinational biopharmaceutical industry investing from initial prevention to extended therapy in healthcare solutions. So they made mass diabetes insulin available for the treatment of diabetes in the early 90s, and over the decade, the company has developed vaccines that control and help diphtheria, eradicate smallpox, and create a polio-free environment. And in recent years, the Sanofi has been scheduled to involve thousands of people in coronavirus vaccine trials. So, biopharmaceutical companies appear to concentrate on producing drug-related compounds. So this remains real with three broad actions for the ultimate purpose of biotechnology companies, which are developing a molecule, get it into the clinic, get licensed, and also mainly become a worldwide pharmaceutical firm. So on top of that, these companies also focus on identification and production of a molecule. So at which point the molecule is approved or the whole business is marketed through development and further development to a pharmaceutical company. And evaluation and production of a molecule, clinical development of it, and selling the company or the drug, or potentially licensing it.
What our goal here is to develop a manufacturing process, so a way to make that scalable, to supply quantities of that material from kilogram up to ton quantities to supply clinical trials, and we do a little bit of commercial manufacturing here.
Of Gilead's 300 staff members, including 75 process chemists and 60 analytical chemists, most are U of A, McEwen, or NATE graduates.
Primarily in laboratory positions, process development, the chemists primarily, analytical development chemists, QC. We've also added quite a few people in the plant, so a lot of NATE graduates would go in and work in chemical processing and making the active ingredients that we make here.
Based in California, Edmonton is Gilead's largest Canadian holding, getting bigger, but committed to perfection and consistency of those production drugs.
Right now, the process that's in these vessels is an intermediate for idelalisib, which is our recently launched oncology compound. It begins in the lab with process development and analytical development. So we're defining the route and the analytical methods that we're going to use to analyze those compounds to make sure that they meet our requirements.
We do organic chemistry, so we're doing a lot of reactions and solutions. When we think about scaling it up, a lot of chemical engineering comes into that.
What we're making is the active pharmaceutical ingredients, so we're not making anything in a final dosage form, not tablets or capsules. Those are done at a secondary site. The clinical trials can last several years, so it's a long process from initial discovery to ultimate commercialization
of the clinical trials. So a lot of laboratory space, a lot of equipment, analytical equipment, and process development equipment will go in there with the 80 people that will be in that building.
That will bring more full-time positions for international and local graduates and PhD scientists. For Go Edmonton, I'm Tim Dancy.
So the truth is that biotech firms use all these things to define and grow a drug or platform, utilizing whatever technology they need to, and pharmaceutical firms to do so in many instances. And over the course of the year, pharmaceuticals have built similar techniques in their own businesses, encouraging the growth of biopharmaceuticals companies. Okay, so that's all from me today.